At what point did you start advertising?
From the very beginning. Well, basically my first listing, when it went like a week without selling, I always feel I'm a people pleaser, and a client pleaser. So I immediately felt compelled to I was never going to be okay with being like, you just got to reduce the price, because the seller is like, what are you doing to sell my house? Most people are passive aggressive and are not going to ask you that, but they're thinking it. And if you don't feel that and are doing something about it and delivering them something better, that's how your listings get expired or canceled, and they end up listing with somebody else, because people just want to know what you're doing. They don't know unless you're telling them. And I see this a lot from agents. There's an agent that's been in the business a lot longer than me, and they saw me putting out like 30 open house signs. This was like year 3 of the business. And they were like, Dustin, if my clients saw me putting open house signs out like that, they would think that I was like a rookie agent or I was like the help. And I was like, nobody thinks that. I've never had a client that was like, you're working too hard for me. And a lot of times people are like, my client's really upset. I've asked them to reduce the price. And I'm like, how many open houses have you done? And they're like, I've done 6. I'm like, have you hosted them? And they're like, no, I don't do open houses. And I'm like, well, they don't know what you're doing to sell the house. So they're seeing somebody else coming in every week, a different agent, but they're not seeing you show up for them.
It's not a good look.
Yeah, and it's like, if you've ever read Ben Franklin's autobiography, he talks about like going through Philadelphia at like 8 in the morning when like the town square was like really busy, but he would have a wheelbarrow with all of his papers and everything out, and he'd be kind of rolling through there. He's like, it didn't really have any work in it at all. It was just to make him look industrious. And like, I will show up like right as my clients are leaving, and I'm bringing in all the catered food or the food trucks pulling up, because I want them to see everything that I'm doing. Looking industrious is just as important as being industrious.
Yeah, agreed.